by application design, the Pad Genius interface. In terms of the problem space, we are addressing our proposed solution and how it was created, as well as the reflections. So the problem space was inspired by my personal experience. As the owner of two cute sugar gliders, I sometimes feel helpless when they feel sick, but I cannot find a local clinic for them. So moving from myself to the entire Canadian household, there are more than half of them have kept at least one type of pet. So our team believes that pet owner issues can be a common issues among them and may influence their life quality. So that we want to identify those problems and address them to help their pets and them to live a better life. In order to have a better understanding of the user need, the team has used several techniques. Firstly, we conducted interviews and questionnaires with participants found in local pet stores and social networks. And then we observed some of them interacting with their pets and took notes. Previous studies and statistics were also investigated for further background knowledge. After that, we organized all the information we acquired and build a persona profiles and a experience map showing all the pain points that they have encountered during the pest-related tasks, such as dog cleaning and dog training. So according to our participants, more than 90% of them mentioned that time commitment is one of the most headache problems. So combined with other results we've got, we found that time constraint will be the problem definition that we are most focused on. And as the tight schedule of them, like they are more willing to pay for the pet service to save their time. But there's a gap between them and the pet service providers, because there's no platform for them to directly connect with the pet service provider. The only choice they have right now is to search on Google, but that actually takes a lot of time and is not quite easy to find the reliable pet services. So, inspired by what we have learned from background research, the team wants to build a system for pet owners to quickly find the pet service. We want to make a mobile application that can be accessed at any time and anywhere. It should be letting both pet owners and pet service providers to register, but at the current stage we just focus on the interfaces, mainly faced to the pet owners. And so the core functionalities of the interface will include book single service, subscribe a service plan, and customize service package. So the service packages here refer to a series of single service that can be booked together. For example, dog training and cleaning from one single service provider. And the service plans is just a repeated single service that happened periodically, just like the Amazon product subscription. And here is the diagram shows our design process. There are more than 4 iterations of prototyping and 2 rounds of usability tests. A lot of effort have been made to achieve the current version of prototype. So here is our third version high fidelity prototype. It is not our final design, but because we are consistently updated as we have more testing and research on it. So let me give a little bit more details on our newest version of prototype. So this is the overview of our interface. There are 4 pages. The The first one is the homepage, and the second one is the calendar. And the third one is the message, and the last one is the account. So moving to the homepage. Homepage has a search function for users to search specific past services, and they can also browse the recommendations generated by our application. The recommendations will be generated based on the information they have inputted into the system, but for new users, the recommendation will simply be the favorite choices from other customers near his location. So the upcoming service sector there was for to display the most recent service that will happen in 3 days for the purpose of reminding. And we have the account page for user to update the pet profile and the user information for better generated recommendations and search results. We also have the service history and their favorite service and service provider functions in the account page as well. So moving to the calendar. Calendar gives an overview of the upcoming events and services. So user can either synchronize their personal events from an external application so that we can generate better recommendations for them, and they can also manually add one. All the pet services that are booked on the Pet Genius interface will be automatically added to the calendar with an app logo for distinguishing. And by clicking on the service details, they can make further action, for example, canceling the services or write reviews. The message page is for user to get notifications and contact the service providers by live chat. Live chat function can be used at any stage of the service. For example, before they actually book a service, they can send a message to the service provider asking about more detailed information, or they can leave private feedback to the service provider after the service has been finished. So let's move to the advantage of our Pet Genius interface. So compared with the existing system, Pet Genius covers all the stages during a service, including finding, booking, experience sharing. We're even considering a pickup service for those work professionals or businessmen who don't really have time to send their pets to the service providers, just like the Uber Eats. And we have a lot of time saving and managing features such as calendar and personalized service package. We hope by these features we can help the pet owners to book a service more efficiently. And at last, we aim at all pet types, not just dogs and cats, even reptiles. So I hope that all the pet owners, no matter what pets they are keeping, they can find their design service through our interface. So here is the competitor comparison for Google Search and the Rover. So compared with Google Search, Pet Genius is way more professional and convenient in the field of pet. And we also focus on not just pet certificated pet service center. We also cover those individuals and families who work on pets as a part-time job. Those smaller scale pet service usually cannot be accessed through the Google search. And compared with Rover, an interface that mainly focuses on the dog and cat sitting, Pet Genius is way more comprehensive with the more pet types and service types. So, if possible, for the future plans, we want to do more research on the marketing scale and user research, and also we want to achieve the other half of this interface, which is the interface for the service providers end. Moreover, we want to integrate the pet product market and pet adoption features into our interface. At last, we want to build a pet owners community for all pet owners to share their experience and knowledges through others in the world. So this is my presentation. Thank you for listening.